President Donald Trump has issued a hardline ultimatum to Congress. He will refuse to sign any bills until the Senate passes the SAVE Act. The core requirement of the SAVE Act, which stands for the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, is straightforward. To register to vote, Americans must provide documentary proof of citizenship. Senate Democrats, led by Chuck Schumer, are fiercely opposing the measure. They are willing to risk a total government standstill to defeat this specific requirement. On paper, proving you are a citizen to vote sounds like common sense. Yet voting rights advocates are in a state of panic over how this requirement would actually be implemented. To predict the fallout, we don't have to guess. We simply have to look at the results when the state of Kansas attempted this exact same experiment a decade earlier. In 2011, Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach pushed for the state-level SAVE Act. The SAFE Act, or Secure and Fair Elections Act, was a state law requiring strict photo ID for voting and documentary proof of citizenship for registration. Kobach justified the law using what he called the leaky roof theory. He argued that an election system is entirely compromised if even a tiny fraction of non-citizens can register just by checking a box. By 2013, the new reality set in. Standard voter registration was out, producing hard citizenship documents like a passport, naturalization papers, or a birth certificate was officially required. This shifted the bureaucratic front lines to the Department of Motor Vehicles, or DMV, making it the primary choke point for everyday voters. Take the case of Stephen Wayne Fish. Fish worked overnight shifts and applied to register to vote while routinely renewing his driver's license. The examiner failed to inform Fish about the new birth certificate requirement. Fish left thinking he was on the voter rolls, but his application was quietly routed to a suspended list. Recovering his birth certificate became a massive hurdle. Because Fish was born on a decommissioned military base, tracking down the correct paperwork took him 2 years. The resulting administrative maze barred a legally eligible American from the 2014 election, while the supposed problem of non-citizen voting remained unproven. Fish's experience signaled a systemic statewide breakdown. The American Civil Liberties Union, or ACLU, intervened. Led by lawyer Lauren Bonds, they sued Kansas to stop the state from suspending legitimate voters. At trial, data revealed virtually zero non-citizen voters, while the law suspended at least 31,000 legitimate legal Kansas voters. This administrative burden disproportionately crushed first-time voters, the elderly, and those with limited resources. Ultimately, a federal judge struck down the law. She stated there was no credible evidence of the massive non-citizen voter fraud Kobach had claimed. The Kansas experiment proved the high cost of the leaky roof solution. It failed to uncover illegal voting, while successfully locking tens of thousands of authorized citizens out of the democratic process. Fast forward to present day. The Washington standoff over the SAVE Act is an attempt to create a nationwide version of that defeated Kansas law. Experts have calculated the mathematical threat of this legislation. They looked at what happens if the 31,000 blocked voters in Kansas are scaled up to match the entire U.S. population. This map shows the projected national fallout. An estimated 21 million Americans lack quick access to the exact citizenship documents demanded. That number grows by 37 million citizens who registered through existing systems, facing new barriers if the bill dismantles them. This mathematical reality stands in contrast to the political optics of the standoff. Democrats view blocking the bill as a defense of the basic mechanics of how Americans participate in their government. The attempt to block a phantom problem with a massive bureaucratic wall ensures millions of legal, everyday American citizens get caught in the barbed wire.